everyone, welcome to a very late edition of Dollar Tree Tuesday DIY. So I actually started this video earlier, and for whatever reason it shut off, and so I kind of stopped where I was so I can go back and finish the project with you. So I only found 2 of these signs, so I couldn't make one ahead of time. So I'm going to be using this cool little thing right here, the sign that I have with the blue truck on it. You guys know the story behind it. If you don't, check out my wreath video with this sign here, and I'll link it below in the description box for you. And so I'm going to be using this. I'm going to be using some hay bales and some pumpkins. Now these are some pumpkins and stuff that I had from last year. They were left over. I love this kind of rose gold look pumpkin and the more neutral pumpkins. I'm not too much into the orange, even though the sign has orange on it. We're going to alter that a little bit. I'm going to be using this rose gold candle. This was already mine in my house. So I found some of these picks. We're going to be using maybe one of those. Maybe some of these flowers. Some of this Excelsior stuff. And here's the other sign that I found. Now you might kind of know what I'm doing. I have seen several of these on Pinterest, and a couple of them I've seen passing by on YouTube. But of course, you know, I'm doing my own thing with it. I'm going to be making a centerpiece for my table. As you know, I gave my wreath to my brother, and I wanted a blue truck too to remind me of my dad. And so I'm going to be making a centerpiece with this. Now this is a box. It is a photo box. It was brown before. I painted it blue, and I'm saving the lid for another project. But what I used to paint it was this blue here and mixed in some black. And I actually think I got really close to matching the colors. I think the color is matched perfect. And I think it helped because this was a brown box as well. So we're starting off with this box. Now what I did was I took this sign and I just cut the bottom part of it off. And what I used to cut this off with was my scissors from Hades. You know, the ones that I almost cut my hand off with? Yeah. So I cut that off. I removed the metal leaf off of it and the little bow off of it. And we'll probably be using that in the project elsewhere. So all I did was just sand this down a little bit. I am going to take some blue paint and paint the outside edges except for the tire. And I left that for us to do. This is where I was in the video before. It's so rudely cut off on me. And let's see if I can find my Sharpie again. Okay, so all I'm doing to this, I went around black around the tires. And that's what I was going to do. And then I used my blue Sharpie, which turns dark blue, like the truck, when you put it on this particle board. I just thought this would be much easier than trying to paint it and making a mess with the paint. So, and I'm going from the back side. That way, if I slip, it'll get on this and not on the other part. So this is what I'm doing right now. I'm going to take the black to go around the tires. And I'm just taking the Sharpie and going up like that. Of course, both of these Sharpies came from the Dollar Tree too. Everything I'm using today came from the Dollar Tree except for the candle, which was part of my own home decor that I've had for a while. Okay, so I'm just about done with that. There we go. Now, I am using hot glue. If you want this to be more permanent, you can definitely use E6000 or some type of glue like that. So this is going to be the bed of my truck. Now I've seen this done like with the big wooden popsicles from Walmart, with the smaller boxes to build a rail. I'm just using a box. I'm just using basically what I had. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to put this end on first. And I'm going to line this up. And I want you to see, I'm going to line the bottom of this part up here with the edge of the box. Because I don't want it sitting like this, because then you can see the box down here. So what I'm going to do is line this up like this. And stick it on the edge like this. And it will stand up because it'll stand up on the bottom of these right here. So I'm just going to take some hot glue and just hopefully start gluing and get it on there before it all dries up. Okay. And then we're just going to line that back up. And it does give you a second or two of wiggle room before. And you're just going to press down on that. Okay. Now, we're going to do the same thing on this side, but with the whole sign. And I haven't decided if I'm going to take the string off or not, but that comes off very easily. I'm just going to cut the tag off. Or what I'm going to do with it yet. So I might do that. Let's just go ahead and take the string out of it. And we'll put some flowers or something up there to cover up the holes. Okay. So then when we put it on this way, we're going to put it on backwards. So that when it sits up, you're going to see like the truck, like that. Okay? So we are going to turn this around, and we're going to line this up like this and stick it on. Whoopsie. And I'll take that hot glue that just came over the side off in just a minute when it's not so hot. Because those of you who've been with me for a while absolutely know I have really burned myself with hot glue many times, and it's not fun. Alright, so we're going to stick this down. We're going to line it up with the edge, just like we did our first one, and press down. So see, your box stands up. Your truck will stand up nice and neat for you on the basis of this right here. Now, this is what it looks like so far. And so really, that is so easy. You just, just need to put it together now. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave that there, but I probably will. And I am going to take this one here, and I'm going to affix it to this up here, maybe, with the little leaf. But I want to do something to my leaf. I don't like it this silver color. And I may do, and I'm going to do something to this one too, hopefully. So what I'm going to do is, I have this paint right here. It's Brio Race paint. And this is called, what color is it? Orange de Mars, or whatever. So it's not really orangey, an orange color. I haven't opened this yet, so we're going to see if I can get this open. We may not take this color. We may use something else. Oof, if I can't get the lid off. Okay, then. Okay, change plans. I could not get the top of that off. But then I found this distressed ink paint from it's Tim Holtz Antique Linen. And so we're going to try to use some of that on here. It kind of blends in with the color of the pumpkins. And then when we put this on here and it dries, then I can go back over it with another color. I just didn't want the shiny galvanized steel look. And I may put some other leaves behind it as well. So we're going to set this aside and let it dry. See what it looks like for us. So we'll work on that in a minute. So I'm just going to flip this up now. And I'm just going to kind of play around to see where I want stuff. I got these mini hay bales left over from last year. Now, I never used them. I got a bunch of them. I think that would look good, something like that. And maybe put this one over to the side. I want this in here, but we're going to have to build it up a little bit. And then maybe this over here. And then we're just gonna play and see what we like. But you have the gist of how I made my pot. I just made my truck bed very simple. Very easy to do. Okay, so all I did for now is to add some white shred to my bed of my truck. And then I'm just going to add this Excelsior, like hay, like in on it, top of it. I just wanted it to stand a little bit taller. So I wanted to give it a nice base with something else underneath it. Like I said, I may or may not use everything that I got out. I just pulled, you know, a lot of what I had out already. So we're just going to put that in there like that. Okay. So we're just going to look and see how we're going to build this up. I think I want my candle in the middle. I'm not sure if I'm going to put that on a hay bale or not. I might, because I actually might want to burn this candle. And so if I burn the candle, I definitely want it to be above all the stuff. Okay. So we have the hay bale. We're going to tuck it down there like so. I love how this is peering over everything. Might be a little tall, but we'll see. May not even use all the hay bales. I might just do this right here and put some pumpkins in. Put the gold one right there. I'm not sure yet. Okay, so what I did was went back in and put some more paper in the bottom of this and lifted it up. So normally when I bring you a project, a DIY project, I've already done it sort of to practice and see what I wanted to do. But like I said, I couldn't find any more of these signs, so we're working all the kinks out together. So, and this box is rather big, and it's probably bigger than most that I've seen. But I wanted it bigger because I wanted to be able to do other stuff with it. So I think I'm just going to stick the pumpkins in for now. Like so. I think I'm going to put one here, one there. I may put one back here. I kind of need another pumpkin, but we're all good. We're going with what we got. Then I'm going to take the hay bale that I already have undone. And I'm just going to kind of lay it back here like so. Looks like we got rat hell in there. And I think I'm going to add one here and one there. And then I'm going to probably add some flowers in there. Some of the off-white flowers, because that's what I intended it to be. Off-white flowers. I will say this hay bale stuff is messy and it gets everywhere. So just be forewarned about that. I will be vacuuming in here again today. I want to turn it up like this so we can see. There we go. Okay. So I think I'm going to move the pumpkin up just a little bit this way. I may not even use the candle. I'm not sure yet. I don't want it in the back. Candle may go separately somewhere else, because I'm not liking how it was looking. And I'm trying to open this up over the box, because it is such a mess down here. Looks like a farm. There we go. We could stick that up, but I think that's a little high. So I'm just going to fluff this back up a little bit. Stick my pumpkin right there. Stick another hay bale in here. Okay. And then I'm just going to stick some flowers in there. After I clean all this hay stuff up. Okay, so we got most of our things straightened up. I just thought this little pick right here was cute. And it really matched the truck theme a little bit. So I think we're going to use that. I'm going to pull this up just a little bit. We're probably going to have to cut this off a little bit. So I'm just going to use a pair of pliers and cut this down just a little bit. Stick him in on this side. And then I'm going to do the same thing to this one. Now this is going to sit on my little wicker coffee table that I have over to the side. Okay. Let's pull up some of this excelsior. And stick this in. There we go. And we are going to maybe stick some little flowers in here. I think I like these. So we're going to cut a few of these off and see what we're going to look for that. See how that's going to look. Need to pick our scarecrow back up. There we go. So I like how that looks. Turn this around so that I can get a better view in here. There we go. Okay. Well, this one does not. There we go. That's better. Okay, so I'm going to glue the raffia back on here. I did take that off for a moment so that I could go over the leaf with the white paint also. So I'm just going to lift this up. Go back over that. Stick that there. Okay, and so we're going to maybe stick some more flowers in here around and about. And there again, I'm staying with the neutrals because my house is pretty neutral for the most part. Browns and blues and nautical theme, but I am incorporating some more neutrals into the house. So